have such sights to show you.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
By the power of Grayskull.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Frankenstein!
Alrighty then.
Gary?
It's a scream, baby! Hallelujah! Holy shit!
Welcome to Rick Picks a Movie. This is going to be a new set of videos that I'm going to do every once in a while, maybe once a week, where I just randomly pick a movie and review it. Give you some details, my thoughts, my feelings on it, and whether or not it's something worth checking out. Today, I figured, why not? Let's start with my favorite movie of all time. Those who know me know this. It is 1988's Die Hard. It stars Bruce Willis, Bonnie Bedelia, and Alan Rickman. And it takes place during Christmas. And for those who don't think it's a Christmas movie, you're wrong. It is a Christmas movie. This kind of broke the mold for action movies back in the late 80s. You had Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Van Damme, Steven Seagal. Big, larger-than-life actors playing these action lead roles. And then you get this guy that nobody really had known and they knew from TV, Bruce Willis.
What you want? Baby, I got it. What you need?
If you look up some information, he wasn't even on the poster in the beginning. People just didn't think this was going to work. And because of word of mouth, after like 1 or 2 weeks in the box office, this thing just blew up to become one of the best action movies and my favorite of all time. It starts off with Bruce Willis heading to California from New York. He's a New York City cop. He's going to see his wife for the holidays and his kids. And when he gets to this Christmas party, some unexpected guests come. And Alan Rickman, with some of his henchmen, are coming to the building to try to steal, basically, money. And Bruce Willis, this little everyday man with no shoes on, has to stop them. Things I liked about the movie. The action is on point. It is funny as hell. And it really, from the second the bad guys take over Nakatomi Tower, it doesn't stop till the last scene. And it is the most rewatchable movie I could think of. Anytime I'm just wanting to see some gunfights and some action and some crazy shit going on, I put on Die Hard. So this whole movie, he's just trying to protect his wife, get to her, and stop these people on the 33rd floor from being killed by these mercenaries, assassins, whatever you want to call them. And he's shoeless, he's getting beaten up and shot, and his feet are getting cut, and it's just, he is getting his ass kicked and handed to him this entire movie.
Welcome to the party, pal!
That's one of the things I love. He's not this guy that just doesn't get harmed. He's untouchable. This guy gets fucked up. He gets destroyed through this movie. Some of the later films, not so much, but this one is the template of like this guy just doing anything he can and nothing stopping him. He is my favorite action star. I love Bruce Willis. I know later on in life, he was kind of forced because of some of his illnesses to do smaller roles in some red box films. I think that his relationship with Al Powell in this movie, the cop that just happens to get a call to come to this building, is awesome. They barely have any screen time together, but just their back and forth in their conversations, and Al trying to help him get through this, and nobody believing Al, and it's just awesome. It's a very different kind of buddy cop film because they're never really in the same scene together up until the end, but it is some of the best buddy cop stuff you've ever seen.
Thanks for the advice.
The villain, Alan Rickman, is probably my favorite villain of all time. He is just so suave and charming and funny and vicious throughout this entire film. One of my favorite scenes is one of the only times that Bruce Willis and Alan Rickman are together, and he kind of tries to trick Bruce Willis into thinking that he's just another hostage, and Bruce Willis is too smart for that. Bonnie Bedelia is also great in this film. The entire time she's kind of taking the lead as the main hostage that talks to Alan Rickman and tries to give the people she's with the most comfortable situation she can. She's got a lot of snappy dialogue with him. She's really one of the best female leads in an action movie I've ever seen. And one of the biggest jerk-offs in cinema history is the reporter, who does everything he can to get this story, no matter who it harms, who it affects. And in the end, the wife gives him what he deserves as well. Argyle, the limo driver, another great side character. He's just basically stuck in the basement the entire time the whole movie's happening. He basically told Bruce Willis that he would wait for him down there just in case things didn't work out with his wife. So he's awesome. Between Al and Argyle and Alan Rickman's right-hand guy, Carl, is a great secondary villain who, early on in the movie, Bruce Willis kills his brother. So Carl, the entire time, has like a revenge thing going on for him. So there's so many different layers and aspects to this simple little kind of popcorn film, but that's what makes it so much better. So many things early on in the movie are called back later on, whether it's the watch or just so many things. It does such a good job of setting things up in the first 20 minutes that by the end, it nails all of it. It brings them back. It does these callbacks to earlier things, and if you're paying attention, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe they did it that way. And it's just an amazing film. It really is. Christmas, it's snowing. I want to put in Die Hard. I just absolutely love this film. I give it 1 out of 10. I give it a 10, 5 stars, whatever you want to say. This is just a perfect action film. You can watch it at any point, but if it's cold out and it's coming, the holidays are coming, this is definitely a movie I recommend to check out. Die Hard, 1988. It gets a solid 10 from me.